I've forgotten what hard work is, because review it's a form of stand-up comedy, indirectly, but it's not me talking as me. So with review, one can create other characters and say and do things that you wouldn't be able to do as you at the microphone say.
Right.
So we have a metro cop, we have a car guard, we have the Minister of Poverty, we have an estate agent, we have Chef Keith, whatever that awful man's name is, is it Very Mark or something, where he's selling things?
Yes, yes.
And, yeah, chop up the ninja pan with this. We've got him. We've got Derek Watts, we've got Nolene, we've got Harry Seftel. There's about 17, 18 people altogether, which would be quite tricky to do as yourself.
And then you've got to get costumes and things for all of
these. Then we've got
characters.
costumes and props, and then a table and chair for each character, or a setting for each character, a lighting phase for each character. We've got film, we've got slides, we've got... It's quite complicated. I've forgotten how complicated it is. And I think I grew out of doing review, and becoming a stand-up comedian because of what doing review entailed. So you go to the barnyard for one night in Nelspruit to do the show, so you've got to cart all this with you, which is just a nightmare. The wigs, costumes, shoes, double-sided tape, it's much easier just to arrive at the microphone. In fact, I think stand-up comedy must be the laziest, purest, most uncluttered form of art that there is. To actually just stand on stage in the clothes that you arrived in, that you left home in, they don't even change into anything, do they, stand-up comedians?
Right.
Really. I mean, I'm not denigrating them. But just arrive, stand at the microphone, wada, one light, if you're lucky, and that's it. Fantastic. I don't think there's any other art form like that, other than busking.
Seftel was named after one of the first Jewish orbiting satellites.
So did you find it easy to write these characters? Or was it a long process?
It's a long process. I have people that bubble in my head, bubbles, and then I sort of do it in my stand-up. I rehearse, I practice some of the lines, or try some of the lines, and I think, oh, that's going to work, that's a surefire killer, that's sure. 9 times out of 10, as I'm sure you know, the material you deal with, the audience don't know, or they're not interested in. They just have complete, dussy, blinkered, shut out, oh no, we don't know anything about that. People actually say to me, I don't read newspapers, I don't watch the news. And I think, okay, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe the ostrich mentality of, yeah, if we don't see what's going on, people tell me we don't watch the news, it's too depressing. I think, but it's about, well, certainly not SABC news, but news that we get with technology as it is. We get news from pretty much all over the world. And people have a shout out to that. I think the minute people hear the word satire, that's the kiss of death. Right. People hear that and they go, oh no, it's too intelligent, and we don't read the papers. There's parts of the show that are just ridiculous. It's just silly, pie-in-the-face stuff.
Right. It's the people having coffee on the pavements. It's where the abuse starts, and it grows from the pavements onto the roads, then onto the highways, and then God knows where. Well, the Metro Cop started, I was a day after the Parkhurst riots, when the Metro Police arrived and just beat up everyone who was sitting there having a quiet cup of tea, little bistros in Parkhurst, because they were sitting on the pavement. I thought, this is a bit odd. And 3 blocks away there were crack houses where underage child prostitutes were being sold into child slavery, that they knew nothing about the Metro Cup, that weren't interested in any of that. We were actually tape measuring, they were measuring the leg of the table to the pavement, and I mean, people got beaten up, people were arrested, people were carted off. I think, hang on, this is a bit strange. I've tried not to repeat anything. Okay. There's one sketch we've repeated. Ish, but I mean, it's been updated, which is The Travel Agent. It's a woman selling tours to South Africa, present-day South Africa, extreme tours, now all the rage. People go parachute, the skydiving, swimming with sharks. So why not come to South Africa and do a day tour through Hillbrow, or car hijacking experience, or the march through the wine route with 5,000 other people, cash in transit van robbery, Wild West Bonanza shootout, which you can do in most shopping centres on Saturday mornings, 10 to 11. These people package these extreme holidays and sell them
Right.
People overseas. People go chasing tornadoes, apparently. People see a tornado and there are groups of people go chasing it. I suppose it's a bit like living in Windsor Park, really.
Got a problem, eh? Got a problem. Can I talk to you?
I think when people see it's a show and there's bits and pieces. Casper de Vries and I think Peter Dirk Ace have kept the review format going of different characters and playing different sort of politicians, people that one knows. But the word political satire does scare people, but we have made it ridiculous at the same time because we're all in the same boat and we have to laugh.